I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a Vivi OMI update video. If you guys are new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon, and especially that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. And become a member, there's lots of perks. Also, wraithx.eth, domain name. We'll go over some OMI first, and then we'll go over some of the news, and then we'll go over why I'm buying Kung Fu Panda. Why I'm advising Dashi to buy Kung Fu Panda. Obviously not financial advice. Anyway, OMI up 1.5% on the day, has about 1.3 million in volume, which is like double of what it usually has because it's on an exchange it's on several exchanges that nobody uses. Let's see how that compares to the rest of the market. We'll go and take a look at the Bitcoin first. Down 0.2% on the day, so I wouldn't really say any much movement there. Same thing with Ethereum, BNB, all of these last hour, not too bad. Bitcoin up 0.2%, 0.3% on the day. The BNB, so there's nothing that's more than 0.8% up or down in the top 10. So it's a pretty light day. Weekend, people tend to not really do too much. Moving on from that. We've got some news to go over. There's some news that I didn't cover yesterday just because we had the Alibaba news, which I will kind of go over again, but let's take a look at what we have. All right, so that Hulk drop, we had $200,000 that Vivi had made via the Hulk drop, and that was just on the primary market. The secondary market, obviously they made quite a bit more, but when you go and you take a look at the I think they're like 1,300 now for the secret rare. So people had a little bit of issue yesterday. People were going and saying, oh, hey, and I saw it on my stream. I went live for it. Everyone was saying, it said I made the wait list, but it just keeps spinning. It's spinning. It locked me out. I had gems, whatever. And then after a couple minutes, everyone's like, oh, hey, I actually got it. So there was a couple of bugs in there yesterday on the wait list where people said they got selected for the wait list, and then they didn't get it, and then like a minute later they got it. So, and that happened with everyone. First I was like, oh man, everyone's saying they didn't get it. What's been happening? And then eventually, after the 15 minutes were up, so be advised, if you have 15 minutes, like if you go at 10:30 today, and you say, hey, I'm going to go for this drop, I'm going to join the waitlist, you don't need gems at that point. At that point, you can just add gems afterwards. Oh, hey, I got it. I got selected. Let me go top up on gems and do that. Now, that's for the waitlist. That's for the first 15 minutes. At 11 o'clock, that countdown starts. If you're going for a rebound, you need gems. Like, you need gems right now. There's no time to be able to go and say, okay, I got this rebound, let me top up. You can't do that. If you go for a rebound, meaning that, okay, let's say today's drop. I don't think I expect this to sell out. Probably not, but I'll tell you why I'm still going for it anyway. Let's say if this drop has, let's use yesterday's example, real life example. It still had, out of the 10,000 comics that it had, like over 1,000 were still available. Like 1,000 people from that 15-minute wait list got chosen, and they didn't pay for whatever reason. Now, if you're going for the rebound, where it says waitlist allocating, doing whatever, you smash that. It turns into a buy now button. You smash that buy now button, and you can get that rebound. If you don't have gems, you're done. Like, you have to take the time, say, like, oh, I got this. Let me go top up on gems. It won't let you. It will say. It'll say that it has been given to another person. It's not something that I would, again, if you want something, make sure you top up on gems before the rebound. Because even if you're fast enough to get it, you won't get it. If that makes sense. OMI had a pretty decent spike yesterday, and it was up like 10%. And then when the Alibaba thing came out, someone's like, oh, somebody had inside information. So, guys, I know the person that did that was responsible for that pump. They did not know about Alibaba. I know. But I guess we should go over Alibaba a little bit. I'll go based off what we know, and then based off speculation of that afterwards, possibility, and then I'll go over Kung Fu Panda before we do this drop live. So Alibaba in general, $232 billion company. It is bigger than Disney. Disney might be king of IP, at least as far as multiple characters. Nintendo's pretty close. Pokemon's definitely up there. But Disney is like what, $160 billion company, where Alibaba is $232 billion. It's quite a lot. That's like 47% more, 47% bigger. Wild. Now, what does Alibaba have in terms of IP? I don't think anything. If they do have certain characters, it's not very big. The characters that they might have, it might be some small thing that they did maybe for like a TV show. It might be so. Okay, well, how are they worth that much money? How do you go and get that type of valuation? Also, if everyone could smash that like button, help support the channel. It'd be super great, freeway. There we go. Yeah, how do you go and get that valuation? Well, they are the Amazon of the East, of Asia. They service, I think, 1.3 billion people. They service, they service a lot more than that, but the Alipay that people use to pay on there, and we'll get to that in a minute, that services a lot of people. They have a bunch of subsidiaries, but the picture that David had released is the confirmation of the Ali Cloud service that they have. And they have a agreement with Avalanche already just for getting people into the metaverse. So they're already, I wouldn't call them a metaverse company. Again, they're an Amazon dropshipping, type like that company. But they're very interested in the metaverse. That's why they have a partnership with Avalanche. And now, partnership with Vivi. Like, this isn't just good for Vivi. Like, it's really good for Alibaba as well. Because when we go eventually start to do some phygitals, and again, this is speculation, but right now it's just a cloud service saying, we have stuff that we want to do. Can we piggyback on your servers? Whether it's for the Viviverse, whether it's for whatever, it is for this region. It is for the region of Asia. And Jack Ma, Alibaba's CEO and founder, is a genius. I've talked about him twice already. Once last night on my, excited 1 hour live stream, and then the day before. It's really funny how I mentioned this to Mr. MC1 the day before they announced Alibaba. But I talk about I talk about a letter that he wrote to his potential investors on the eve of their IPO, which happened about 9 years ago. So anyway, moving on. For the cloud services, that's cool, that's great. What can they do as far as being able to navigate China? Because China is very tricky. Unless you're someone like Elon Musk or Jack Ma, doing business in China is very hard. Now, the Chinese bent over backwards, changed some rules so that Elon Musk can set up a gigafactory in Shanghai. Same thing with, and again, you don't get into China, you don't succeed in China without having, without rubbing hands with the government. Now, Chinese Communist government, I don't want to, if they're going to be watching this, I don't want to say nothing too bad. They are an emerging power. They have, maybe they don't get along too well with the West and, in the US. Business, science bring us all together. If there's money to be made, they'll do it. And again, you don't succeed in China without having, without giving your fair share to the government. And they do, and they have a direct line to the government now, that through Jack Ma. That is their version of Bill Gates. That is their version of Jeff Bezos. So they could help. Now, if there was something going along saying, you can't do this because of regulatory concerns. Jack Ma will say something. They'll be able to change some rules, as they did for Tesla. Like, let's say cryptocurrency. China in the past has not been too big on cryptocurrency, banning cryptocurrency like every 6 months. And then now they're fine with it. Now China's telling all their banks, hey, push crypto, or at least push Bitcoin to a lot of the big investors. God forbid us poories go and get it. They want to do it to big ones. That's all over the world, though. Anyway, outside of that, using Jack Ma's relationships with China and talking about crypto, we got to talk about Alipay. Alipay, again, services over 1 billion people. That's how a lot of people pay for their stuff. That's how a lot of people go and say, and it's not even, they have it for Alibaba, but they use Alipay for like everything. Again, servicing over 1 billion people. They don't just have the fiat on-ramp, which we so desperately need, because again, this is not a random third-party company like Wire, which has the ability to go down. Like, oh, we can't do this because we're not as good a company as we tell people. Alibaba's not going anywhere. So they have that fiat on-ramp, and they have crypto on-ramp as well. I think Alipay even has like Floki on there. They have. I really hope we should get them to have like Grumpy Cat and 4chan. But it is not outside the realm of possibility for them to list OMI as chances to pay. Again, if you have Floki on there, you might have to go and list OMI. OMI's going to have a lot more utility. OMI's going to have a lot more use case. Again, I think it'll be a top 10 token by the end of the decade. But again, that's just me talking. So obviously, okay, well, the app's not translated into Chinese yet. Okay, you're right. It's translated into Japanese right now. So it's English, Japanese, or it's English, Spanish, French, and Japanese. So most likely they would start with Japan, and then they would go, oh, hey, this is working out really well. This is our test. You guys are our beta testers. And then they roll it out to China, and maybe even just different parts of China. These are very exciting. Should I go over other stuff? Oh, whoa. Clever Jerk be posting those boob photos. And what I mean by that is not actual chesty photos. What he did was he got the 8008. Like, he's not just taking a picture of a woman and posting it. He's posting those 8008, and he's got the boob photos for all of them. Remember how we used to type in boob on our calculators? For Amazing Fantasy 15, Incredible Hulk, Spidey 2099, Ant-Man, Journey into Mystery, Marvel Comic number 1. Oh my god, he's got it from Marvel number 1. Tales of Astonish, and Fantastic Four number 52, first appearance of Black Panther. Dude is such a madlab. That's not the only thing he has. Oh, I'll save that. Oh, I forgot to talk to him about this. Okay, hold on. I do have to send a message to someone real quick. Give me 1 second. All right. Howdy, my boy, Clever Jerk has number. You have the. Okay, he will trade you a lower mint. Is this possible? Okay, moving on. We have some other stuff to go. So that's the Alibaba thing. Again, this is good for Alibaba because they have their way. And I didn't even talk about AliExpress yet. All right, so AliExpress, they have their NFT market, which, here and there, I don't know how big it is. But the AliExpress, they have, again, the Amazon. If you could take fidgetals, which we're getting into, and they say, oh, hey, these fidgetals are going to be really cool. They're going to have QR codes at the end of them, and you use AliExpress, and AliExpress goes and say, yeah, we'll take a piece of that. Like if they go and say, oh, to use us, we'll take just a small piece of the revenue. So this way, you're not just paying for the shipping lanes, and that incentivizes Alibaba to go and advertise for us. I honestly think that this is going to work a lot better in the East than it will in the West. And in the West, again, we don't really have a decent payout provider. I don't know if Alipay could do that worldwide, or if they could just do that for the East. I know some places in Europe use it. So Europe could possibly see cash out before America, or at least parts of them anyway. Does this mean we could partner with Amazon doing something similar? Yeah, it's possible. We could. I would like that. I'd be dope for that. But yeah, I haven't been this happy since they announced Disney. This is, in my opinion, a very, very strategic partnership. Sure, they just announced cloud, but it's deeper than that. Do I know? No, I don't know. It could just be the cloud and that's it. But you don't get in bed with someone like Alibaba without using their Alipay. Moving on here. Oh shoot. Okay, we gotta get on from there. Theories. Okay, we have a big purchase from Mr. 41.eth. spending $5,000 on Hulk number 41. This is his 100th number 41. Dude's a mad lad. I have one. It's a gold and silver Vivi logo. And that's it. I don't have any other 41s. But yeah, the 5,000 on that. Heckin' nuts. I wonder how much I could get for my number 41 gold and silver logo. I don't know. I've been offered, well, I was offered 30 when, we're in a much higher market, when it first came out. And then I was offered 15 recently. Obviously, as things have really gone down. Obviously, I denied both. I don't know what I could get for it. Anyway, so we have the top 500 holder list. I really like going over this. We have, I've only been talking 15 minutes. We got a while. We'll start off with the negative, the most sold NFTs, the top 3 accounts that sold the most. You have CAC Bourdreau, and CAC Bourdreau sold 30 NFTs on Vivi. And then we have Stefane08. Stefane08 is the number 16 ranked wallet and sold 65 NFTs. And so I think, okay, well, why is a wallet in the top 25 going and selling that much? I mean, Clever Jerk had a bunch of things that they were selling, and people were like, yo, is Clever Jerk out? Can you ask Clever Jerk? Are they, they were selling a lot. And why? Well, then he comes back with, he's got the Luke 501s, he's got the Luke 666, he's got, he did that for specific reasons. Anyway, and then the next one we have is Goku Super Saiyan 3, who sold 86 NFTs. And people think like, oh, well, these are the top 3, this is a lot. Guys, the top 3 combined had sold, what is that? So it's 151. So it's 181 NFTs. One person in the top 3 buyers had outdone that by buying 245 NFTs. Is now the number, is in the top 25 wallets on Vivi is IBS Power Fruit. Irritable Bowel Syndrome? IBS Power Fruit? Okay, all right, that's a cool name. And then we have somebody that is in the top 10 wallets, who's now number 6, bought 740 NFTs. All right, so not only did the number 25 wallet absolutely writ small the top 3 selling wallets with 245 NFTs. This person, the number 6 wallet, bought 740. That's number 2. This person now has 11,292 NFTs, which is bananas. And that's not all. The biggest that we have is the number 7 wallet, AQKSA, that has bought 1,439 Vivi NFTs this week. I will repeat, 1,439 Vivi NFTs this week. Oh my good golly gosh. That, even if they're $2 comics, which I guarantee you not all of these are, that's like $3,000. But this dude, there's got to be some good stuff. And this person is the number 7 wallet. So buying 1,400 NFTs, you only move up 2 places. If I bought 1,400 NFTs, I don't even think I have 1,400 NFTs. I have like 13 something. This person, and all right, so I'm in the top 500 wallets. I'm in the top 400 wallets. I have 1,300 something NFTs total between comics and collectibles. This mother flapper bought more NFTs in 1 week than I have my entire career in this app. The audacity, the amount of money that you have to have, the amount of belief that you have to buy 1,400 NFTs. Oh my goodness, I don't know. This is wild. This is insane. All right, I'm gonna take a swig of water. So there's something that I haven't really looked at, which is how many places you move up or down, and people that move down in certain places. Daniel Sparks, Goku Super Saiyan 3, and Prince, they move down, a bunch of different spaces, which is fine. But the most positions climbed, I'm interested in, particularly when people are not in the top 500 wallets, and then they make a splash, and then they go in really hard. So it's this person, 2AFF, which was not in the top 500 previously, and now has 1,275 NFTs, bringing them to number 421. So close to that 420. I'm going to come out and blaze it down below with 420. I thought that was really interesting. And something that I noticed, okay, so the number 500 position, to be in the top 500, 1,171. That is the minimum you need to get in the top 500. And every single week, the top 500 climbs, meaning that the 500th person in there has to, if they want to keep their listing in the top 500, they have to buy an average of 9 NFTs per week. Now that's, you might think, okay, well that's nothing. You just buy a bunch of $2 comics. You're right. And many people do that. That's how I stay in the top 400. I'm like 393 or something. It's because I buy a bunch of those comics. So looking at this, I love it when people are not in the top 500. They make a giant splash, and suddenly they're in the top 500 at number 421, which is really cool. Taking a look at some other wallets on here. We'll do the top 10. Michael Campa added 81. The number 9 spot added 39. Mr. Dr. Rolex added 85 NFTs. And then you have some of the big ones. You have AQKSA buying 1,400 of them. Jesus. And then we have Bezouge Man, who bought 740. Colonel Stats bought, this is top 5. So Colonel Stats bought 187 NFTs. Thantos bought 241 NFTs. One of the only times Thantos has not been in the top 3 wallets buying, because IBS Powerfrope, I believe they named their account IBS, had 245. Now the top 3, we have Shane79, which bought 17. We have Vivi, 1845, which bought 6, and Dr. Profit, which bought 9. So we have some interesting ones there. Captain Vivi asked, "How are you happy with the new drop system?" Now this was listed like yesterday, so I'm going to go and see what the results of these polls are, to see what, because yesterday it could be wildly different. So let's take a look. Come on, where you at, girl? Is this not? Okay, there it is. Are you happy with the new drop system? 19 hours ago, 59% said yes, 22% said no, 19% said not sure. Not too heckin' bad. And there was only 488 votes. If somebody else does it where you have like a couple thousand votes, I'd really like to see that. Metamar says, in theory, no user should be limited in their drop chance due to geolocation, bandwidth speed, phone model, or even time zone. Fairness for #ViviFam. In reality, there's still technical issues to smooth out, as experienced in the community today, but Vivi Official will solve it. Agreed. They have had, for the first Hulk drop, we do have some questions. There are 16 editions that were burned, and I'm not 100% sure why. And on the remaining editions, it still says, oh, you have one remaining edition, but you just don't have the, what do you call it? Out of that remaining edition, you can't buy it. So I just thought that was really curious. OMI Millionaires, Omili Tees, posted yesterday saying, there's something magical about this community. Twitter put some respect on Miss Gecko, Mr. MC1.eth, propagandist, for co-hosting. Such a productive, sad, happy, therapeutic roller coaster of a space. I'm honored to be here. Thanks for the Vivi Official team for listening. It was a 7-hour Twitter space, so cool. Really, that's like Randy Chavez level streaming there. And I don't know what went on in the space. I hope everyone's all right. I hope you're doing cool. Hope everyone's chilling. Okay, hold on. I gotta move through some of these real quick. All right. I was doing some. me and my friend, we brought up. Anyone remember Snick from back in the day, like Saturday night Nickelodeon, like Snick cartoons? It was brought up yesterday, and I was like, whatever happened to Snick? So I went deep down the rabbit hole, and I happened to find, in reference to Saturday night cartoons, I found Bob Iger. Now, what does Bob Iger have to do with Saturday night cartoons? Well, in 1992, ABC President Bob Iger said that he was mulling over the idea that the network, because he was president of ABC at the time, the network would abandon Saturday nights entirely if revenue is not up to par. So he has no qualms about cutting things when they're not making money. Vivi's making Disney a lot of money, and it'll only get better as time goes on. It's just something that I saw. I was like, okay. And this was 31 years ago. Wow. A long time ago. And I know people saying, oh, well, Bob Iger fired the Metaverse team. Yes, he did. But those were Bob Chapek's people. Like, that team was brought on by Bob Chapek. So I think he's taken a page out of Elon Musk's handbook. Like, oh, hey, let's just clean house. And I'll use Elon Musk as the scapegoat. And, just getting rid of the rest of the team, just calling it like cutbacks. And, I'm very excited to see what they do. Moving on. So we are going to. Am I alone right now? Can I scream? Am I alone right now? I am alone right now. All right, let's get this bread. Love this game. All right. Here's why I am buying Poe, or as we know and love him, Kung Fu Panda. I just got up, sleepy, sand in my eye. All right. We're going to take a look at some things that he's done, some feats that he has, and why I and Dashi are going for this drop today. So we have, the full name is Master Po Ping Ni, or is Master Po Ping Ni Lotus. He is 6 foot 2 inches, weighing 260 pounds. The occupations is Dragon Warrior, Kung Fu Sensei, and Noodle Salesman. He was trained by Shifu, Oogway, and Buni Dharma, Master Oogway, as he should be called. He likes Kung Fu, food, and fireworks. He claims to have fit 40 bean buns in his mouth at once, but he lies. It was only 9. And the type of... Alright, so when you talk about Kung Fu, you have Tiger, you have Crane, you have Mantis, you have all of these different types. He couldn't really master any of them. So what did he do? He went all Howard the Duck on everyone's asses. Howard the Duck created Duck Fu, which is his own style of fighting. You have Mr. Po here, Mr. Kung Fu Panda, create his own original style called Panda Style Kung Fu. It's an original fighting style. It's loosely based on the Southern Dragon style, but largely relies on Po's bulk. Because, some people, chi blockers, oh god, can't use my arm. It doesn't work on him. Why? Because he has bulk. It's like the Pokemon move thick fat. It won't affect him. So that's a really, what he does is he takes a lot of punishment. He's like Snorlax. And that punishment, he can take it until he finds an opening. And there's a lot of openings that he can get because he's got a lot of different techniques. He knows Bushido. He knows the golden lotus clap. He knows inner peace. He knows the Mongolian fireball. He's got paralyzing touch points. He's got the whooshi finger hold and the thundering wind hammer. And he also knows the hero's chi, which increases kung fu skills and can grant flight and energy blasts. And you also have the Jin Tian's Tempest is directly stated to produce lightning bolts and behave similarly to natural lightning, so speed should be comparable. And this mother flapper can dodge it. He has skadooshed 173,000 tons of clouds. That is heckin' ridiculous. That, if you want some math for that, that is the kinetic energy it would take is 837 megatons of TNT. That's how much energy he skadooshed to get rid of those clouds. He learned 3 of the 12 impossible moves. He beat Tigress in 70 contests in a single day. He dodged Jin Tian's Tempest Lightning, which, like I said, is basically the heckin' speed of light. He entered and returned from Spirit Realm via his own power. He defeated Tai Lung. He defeated Lord Shen. He defeated Kai. He defeated K-Pa. And he defeated Jindao. If you are down 48-3 with 3 seconds to go in the 4th quarter, you are not going to lose if Kung Fu Panda is on your team. He is in the top 2, and he's not number 2. Sorry, this is why I'm going for him. He's epic to fight. I'm gonna go hard on him. Well, I'm gonna get one of him on the drop. This is a wait list, right? Yeah. I don't think we need the wait list. I feel like people are really undervaluing him, if you can't tell. But that is anyway. Other news we have before we go and answer the comments. We have humans beating the bots. So on Friday there was a 96% rate for the platinum moments. And what I mean by that is that bots or suspected bot accounts only made up 3.6% of people getting the doors, the Pixar doors, which I thought okay, cool. Now, yesterday we had a couple of sales data. The top 4 selling secondary market comics were Incredible Hulk #1, obviously. Amazing Spider-Man #194. Secret Invasion #1, that was interesting. And then Captain America #180. The top selling secondary market collectibles yesterday were Boo's Activated Door. Makes sense, we just got it. The 1938 Andrew Jackson, 1938 John Quincy Adams, and 1938 William Henry Harrison. I don't know why those are going hard, but they were. Secondary sales yesterday on collectibles, there were 1,958. The comics, there were 5,336. Again, a lot of Hulks trading hands. And then you have the secondary market brands yesterday. Well, the presidential series, for whatever reason, people are going ham over. I don't know why, but they are. I guess there's an airdrop that's coming out, so that's fair. And then you have the Disney 100 Platinum Moments collection. Then you had the Marvel Mighties, huzzah, and then Hulk, like the OG Hulk. So that was some of the stuff that you had. And then you had $328,000 that was purchased yesterday. So 328,644 gems that were purchased on the app yesterday. 200,000 of which just went to the drop. And then you had, and then you had the secondary. So things are going pretty insane. Active wallets yesterday, there were a total of 9,389 minters. You had over 3,300 buyers. You had 5,100 sellers, and then you had a oh god, what is that? You had a gold and silver logo sell, so that's really cool. Could lead to sell products. Yep, okay. Oh, so Vidimon has a really cool thing to say. He's like, hey, Alibaba would probably want to sell products in the Viviverse, and if you can buy products with OMI, that would be pretty sweet. And maybe if you own a specific NFT, you get a discount. I think it'd be cool if Alibaba goes and say, oh, hey, guess what? We're going to release an Alibaba NFT on Vivi, and if you have it, you save on like shipping or something. I don't know. Something like that. Love talking to people. Yep. Emotions, logo. Okay, and that should be it for the news. Let me go and think there was this. Oh, the waitlist is open. The waitlist is open. The British are coming. All right, let's get on this waitlist, shall we? Joining. Okay, cool beans. You have joined the waitlist for Poe. The description says, despite his lovable appearance, Poe is a dragon master, a warrior of the black and white. Agreed. I just did a whole segment on him. We will get to Banks. All right, let's get to the comments, and then let's have a good show. What's your favorite song? Is it, or out of these two, I'm blue, da dee da da, or is it I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling all right? I like both. I definitely do have nostalgia, but the I'm good, yeah, that one I just like a lot. Chago Sola says, good morning, Chago. Omar Kasage says, everyone wants to be Kung Fu Panda. Good morning. Everybody wants to be a cat. Zbage says, Grumpy Cat and 4chan are dying, Randy. OMG. What are they up to now? Or what are they down to? How's your sex life? What's your sex life? I'm sorry, that's a reference from the original It miniseries. So we got Grumpy Cat. That is about a $2 million market cap. It's actually up over the day. And then we have 4chan, which should be several million more. Oh, down 21% on the day. Down to $4 million market cap. But again, this is a meme coin. I'm really, I mean, they're both meme coins. Yeah, I'm pretty bullish on both of these long term. Has anything to do with nope. Ain't answering that. Ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole. All right, moving on here. We got Robert Van Ness says, "Omi homie, partnership with Alibaba is huge." I know, agreed. Brendan M says, "I think partnership with Alibaba Cloud is similar to Disney Accelerator Program, promotes developmental in digital technologies." I mean, that could be part of it. But yeah, with this relationship, I feel like will go a lot deeper, in my opinion. Bill Gardner says, what up? I have no 41s, but do have a comic 201. Which comic? Which is the first of the comic that I know of. A lot of them differ. They do. Vivi Avatar says, what's up, Randy? Alibaba partnership is huge, and the opportunities are endless. Let's go. Are you attending DesignerCon in December? Yes, I am. I'll be flying from Dubai to attend. Perhaps we could connect there. 100%. 100,000 million %. Let me go and take the... Yep. Chago Solis says, 420 blaze it. Carlos Castrojone. Carlos Castro says, this drop will be a giant failure, to be honest. Again, how do you characterize failure? First you have to define failure, and then we could debate about whether it will be or not. El Sachichon says, is today's drop a good buy? It's hard to say. Short term or long term? Long term, yeah. Short term, probably not. But I'll go and say this. Again, we really like older stuff on here. Not too old. We don't like Alice in Wonderland type old. You could tell because the drop didn't do so well. And we don't like too new. We don't like Encanto because even though we don't talk about Bruno, took over the world for a hot minute. That's very recent. 2018 didn't blow up until a year or two later. People didn't really like it that much on the app. Moana, super hyper successful as well. The NFTs did not do well on the app. But again, those are recent within the past decade. Kung Fu Panda, which has had movies in the past decade as well. It's a nice trilogy, and it has had, but it started in '08. '08 or '05? I think it was '08. Let me check. So let's take a look see here. Do I have it Googled? All right. If I X out of that and I just type in Kung Fu Panda, this film series was made in, yes, 2008, or was released in 2008. So you have had 15 years in order to get this bread. And let's talk about Nemo for a second. Nemo came out in 2003, so a few years, a few years before that. It's been out for 20 years, and Nemo sold out on the platinum moments. Why didn't Woody sell out? He's older. He's in that sweet spot. Almost 30 years old. Well, because he just happened to have we had one before. There's more supply of him. It's $60 per one. Wasn't animated, but I think in that 20-year range, Nemo sold out. It's nostalgic enough. Again, the people here are between the ages 25 and 44, and then you have the additional 45 to 54. Not as many people, but that's most of the people that watch me, and most of them men. And taking a look at it, Kung Fu Panda might just be on the cusp where, yeah, certain people might like him, but I feel like short term, he'll have a lot of people that were maybe like, I even was on a Spaces this morning. I was like, hey, when Kung Fu Panda came out, I was like 17, 18 years old. I wasn't watching Kung Fu Panda. I was watching Fairly Odd Parents with Jimmy Neutron. No, I just wasn't watching him. I still haven't watched him to this day. I just did some research on him last night, and just for today's episode, and it's great. He's really cool. I really do want to go see. I do want to watch the movies now, but I think that he might be too new for some of these people. That being said, I'm going for him just because of all of what I told you. He can kick Batman's ass. He can kick again. Creating that much power, skadooshing that much megatons of TNT. What the clouds? But he could probably kill Spider-Man. He could probably kill Spider-Man's a beast, though. I don't know, but he would make Batman fold in a second. I know we got some big Batman fans here. I love these, but that type of power is like unmatched. Like you can be Iron Fist. You can be half the Marvel roster. Yeah, going in and out of different planes of existence. Death might not mean anything to him because he can hop in and out of planes all willy nilly. He's just a really cool character. And again, I haven't seen any of the movies, but I'm going for him. I joined the wait list, advising Dasher to go. But short term, yeah, he might not be. People aren't going to be as autistic as I am and be like, oh, he could do this much skadooshing. He could dodge lightning. Like people aren't. Most people are not going to do that. Most people are going to be like, oh, I remember that. I took a date to go see that 15 years ago. Only reason why I would go back in the day is if I would take a lady friend to go see it. I saw a Hanson concert because of a lady. I have sacrificed my time and my money for that stuff back in the day. Ain't no more though. So short term, I don't think he'll sell out. I do expect him to sell several hundred, if not like 1,000 of him. And the animation is really good. Like this is probably one of the best animated ones that I've seen. The animation is really boss. I would wager to say this is probably in the top 5 animated that we have. Like it just looks really clean. Like love or hate the license, like whatever. The animation looks really clean. It looks really good. So I'm gonna be do it for that as well. And it's a set. I know it's an uncommon, so it's not like if you want to talk about sets and stacking, okay, go get the Fantastic Four holiday card. It's a secret rare. It's like $40, same price, but you get more MCP points for it. So you're not buying him for MCP points. You're not buying Poe. You're buying him because, again, I like him. Some people be nostalgic for him. I think he'll be, when other people get in, especially younger people will probably buy him. I don't know. Would they buy him before Moana? Or before Encanto? I don't know. I would say if you're in your 20s, then you'll probably buy him. If you're in your 40s, like I don't know, maybe you have parents that took their kids there, took their kids to see it. If you have kids that are, let's say 20 right now, like if you have kids that are 20, you probably took them to see this 15 years ago, and you probably took them to see it, as they got older. Um, and again, girls like it as well, but short term, it'll probably go under retail. I do not expect them to sell out. Um, this would be, I think Mr. MC1 had brought up the fact in Spaces before. After Kung Fu Panda came out, they had a debate in China, like why did people in America make a better movie about Chinese culture than we have? Like this is, come on. So again, Alibaba, bringing up Alibaba, as they have this particular this license for that. God, you're gonna see again. There's a show called Crazy Rich Asians. For me, you're gonna see everything, whether it's Peely Fantasy, you're gonna see Ultraman, you're gonna see these types of licenses, Gold Dragon. You're gonna have everyone just going. Oh, this price is gonna rise like a mother flapper. But again, that's in longer term. Short term, I don't think he'll sell out. I don't think he'll be above retail. I think 1,000 of these could sell. I think maybe even more. But be advised, what's kind of hurting it is people just spent. Like, we just had $328,000 go into the app yesterday. 200 of which went straight to the drop. The other of which on the secondary. So people might be hurting a little bit. People might be hurting, but there are going to be some people that say, "Hey, I didn't get what I wanted. I might as well go and get this guy." It's $40. Like if you're putting in thousands into the app because you want a secret rare and it hasn't hit your price point yet, you're going to get this. Like if you have, hey, I bought enough Hulk comics, I'm going to get this. And by the way, speaking of the Hulk comic, I've heard people comparing Hulk to Tales of Suspense number 39, which is a great comic. First appearance of Iron Man. It's great. And it is comparable. I think. Well, let's go over this. Let's do this, shall we? Let's get this bread. Oh, okay. All right, hold on. Streaming right meow. We'll call when done. Okay. Okay, I misspelled two. You. Okay. We're gonna go to the Vivi app, and we're gonna type in Tails, just Tails, and then suspense. All right, number 39. So he's $48 right now for a common. Oh my God, fuck. All right, this is what we're doing. All right. Copy that. Talk soon. All right. Jesus. Fudge. All right. We're gonna go. Yeah. So $48 for Tales of Suspense common number 48. And when you go and you take a look at the market for Incredible Hulk, it's 52. So there's not too much difference in there. Now you go to the Secret Rare. Let's go to Secret Rare real quick. Secret Rare of Hulk is 1,500. So that seems to be climbing away from Tales of Suspense Secret Rare, which is only 1,100. So that makes sense. The guys that in real life, now granted, scarcity is involved here, but in real life, in the outside world, Incredible Hulk number 1 goes for much more than Tales of Suspense 39. Now, it's not that Hulk is just like the biggest character in the world, so much bigger than Iron Man, but it's the fact that it is scarcer, that comic. But yeah, you have a really big difference between Hulk number 1 and Tales of Suspense, and it seems like they're both kind of neck and neck with each other. Now the Secret Rare is $400 higher, so it's like 40-ish% higher. But I think Hulk number 1 can run. I think that could be a couple $1,000s in the future. I think it could double. In a bull market, thousands, like high thousands. That would probably be my opinion on that. Yeah. All right. Anyway, moving on. JL says, Vivi keeps building during this bear market. Heck yeah, they do. Bill Gardner says, got a bit salty in Spaces yesterday, listening to everyone complaining. One guy said he was leaving. Another said we need a board of community members to address the issues. I had to put a few in their place. Get him, Bill Gardner, get him. Says, I was pumped about the drop. Was there a few glitches, but I landed my 1,000th comic, and they were killing my excitement. Yeah, well, again, people... So, There's a video I saw on TikTok which completely encompasses a lot of people, a lot of military's feelings about deploying. And this guy, and this is an old video too. He had said he was just being interviewed. He was like, "Hey, why are you here? Why are you going home? What are you going to do after this?" And then he goes on and just said, and he was a kid. He like just turned 21, and he just said, never take anything for granted again. When you're deployed and you have nothing, you don't take stuff for granted. And I feel like a lot of these people that have like never left their hometown or like grew up in this first world environment and never left and really aren't seeing the rest of the world. I feel like a lot of people really don't realize how lucky they have it. I feel like a lot of people, they want something for nothing, and fortunately slash unfortunately, they have a space where their voices can be heard. And again, you want that. You want to gauge people's happiness and whether they're upset, what you can do to alleviate that, what you can do to combat that, and how you can fix it before, it happens again. So you need that. But yeah, it sucks to hear like, oh, I didn't get my comic because the system sucks. And it's like, it's just, the system is good. Is there bugs? Sure, but I'd rather this go to collectors as opposed to bots. Now, granted, does it actually go to collectors eventually? But there's a lot of people that do pop up really just to sell, which is fine. It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, the drop's not perfect yet. I mean, it's a few weeks old. We gotta give it a little time. Anyway, moving on. Michael Meronuk says, Todd or Ultra Rare Miles? Go. I love your content, by the way. Oh, thanks, Michael. They're both really good. They're both really, really good. Short term might be Todd. I would say short term you might see Todd move first. He's like synonymous with Vivi. He's the first on the app. But Miles, listen, if you want a Miles, you're not getting that secret. Miles Secret Rare is a grail. He's in the 5 figures. It's not like, oh yeah, his last sale was 6,000. Now the cheapest is 10,000. No, like he's had multiple sales in the 5 figures. So it's people are buying him at that price. And again, the cheaper option is to buy the Ultra Rare. If you can't get that Secret Rare, which not many people can do, like 10. I know, we're kind of, we get really lucky because in here we have a lot of people that have a lot of money. It's like, oh yeah, I spent 20 grand on this. Oh, I spent 8,000 on that. Like, but to spend that much money on one thing, you go to the outside, it's like that's a car. Like that is a car. That is rent for me for the entire year. People making, working week to week, they have an extra $20 a week or $50 a week. It's spent 5 figures on something. No, most people are not going to get that. So let's go over it. Let's see what we have here. We'll search the Todd first. 900. All right, so about $1,000, and then let's search. You said Miles, Ultra Rare Miles, right? Oops, I accidentally put Mike. Ugh, I don't need this. All right, let's see what the Secret Rare is at. Secret Rare 13.5. Jesus. Spider-Man Ultra Rare, he's at 900. All right, let's do the tail of the tape here. He's got 1,000 editions. Okay, certainly a lot scarcer than Todd McFarlane's 7,500 editions. Now, Todd McFarlane, guarantee you there's a lot of Todds in accounts that are locked up. How many? 1,000? I don't know. Like, I guarantee you there's several hundred of Todds that are just locked up, that are just in accounts that are suspected bot accounts. They're in accounts that haven't been active in over a year. What happens to those Todds? Well, they're locked up for now. Consider them safe. Consider them out of the circulating supply. And again, Todd is synonymous with that with Vivi. The first Batman in general on the app. The first Batman in general on the blockchain. Really special. And again, you have people like Silicone. You have people stacking Todds because they know that he's going to be worth oodles in the future. But so will Miles. I'm not saying that Miles won't be. Again, Miles is so scarce. Now with Batman, they've made, if you like, I like the Eddie Risso Batman better because I like the artwork. I like Batman that looks like he's buff, look like he can kick your butt. the Todd Batman, I get it, iconic pose, but he doesn't look like he can kick your butt. He looks like, well, you can't tell. He's behind the thing. Eddie Rizzo Batman, like, oh, yo, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to. You know what? Just take my seat, take my girl. Don't kick my ass. That is daddy. It's big, big boy energy. And if you don't like any of those artworks, if you don't like any of the first set, you have multiple other artworks to go to. Now you do kind of have that with Spider-Man, mostly with Peter Parker. You have the OG Spider-Man. There's tens of thousands of those mints. And then you have the Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. You have Ben Reilly, which I get it is Ben Reilly, but he's a clone of Peter Parker. This is like an actual different. It's Peter Parker 2.0. But this is Miles Morales, completely different Spider-Man. Now, can you go and get? Are they going to make more Miles at some point in the future? Probably. When, I don't know. I don't think these would be the only ones ever. I think this would be. But again, even so, you have the entire Miles, the secret rare, the rare, and the ultra rare. It's still less than the. It's still less than the supply of Todd Batman. So longer term, I do think ultra rare Miles will probably out. I don't know. They're both going to be really good. Now, I will say, Todd Batman, you only have that 2.5% fee. Miles Morales, you have that 8.5% fee. So, you could have Todd go up to $95,000, and you could have Miles outperform, and Miles go to $100,000. Like, okay, well, Miles outperformed by $5,000. Okay, but that 8.5% fee brings you down to $91,500. The 2.5% fee for it's better to God, that's insane. I'm pay $8,500 in fees, and that's before cash out. But Todd, you only have that 2.5% fee. Todd doesn't have to perform as well as Miles in order for you to make more money because of that fee. So that is something to take into consideration as well. Onyx Side says, "Hey, I'm the top 500. Get it." Bill Gardner says, "Kung Fu Panda is my guy. Jack Black is so funny. I love Jack Black. He's so cool. First appearance of Jack Black on the blockchain." Cold T says, "Yesterday's Hulk comic drop was full of bots. We need face scan." So there was only 3.6. Let me check this. So I know I had it. No. All right, hold on. Let's find out. A 96% rate was for the Platinum Moments drop. I have to check that. Let me check real quick. Because I don't think it was that much, but I will check for you. I'll go and do a search. Vivi feed? Is it Vivi feed? Yes, Vivi feed. Okay. No, 4.1% of the Incredible Hulk drop supply on Vivi was minted by accounts suspected to be bots. So it was only 96% of people that got this were people. 96% of accounts that got this were people, and it was 4.1% of suspected bots. So even if it's 4%. So most of it did go to actual people. Minions Official says, "Only talk OMI. Other stuff you mentioned is bad. Sorry for your loss." I mean, OMI's great. I mean, most of my funds are in OMI. But other stuff is good too. I mean, Cardano's good, Binance good. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then you have fun. I have fun with Grumpy Cat and 4chan. You can. It's okay to have fun. Omar says, "I feel like it might go below retail because not too many fans on the app." That's fair. Minions Official says Panda is not selling out. Probably not. Yeah, I don't think so either. It would be $150,000. I don't think it's selling out either. But I do think several hundred or at least 1,000 of them will sell out. And again, it is animated. It's really cool. Omar says it would have been nice for Jack Black Voice to be part of this collectible. Oh, that'd be amazing. What says Miles Secret Rare sell wall is thin. Someone gonna buy it? I'm gonna buy it. And I do believe now you are no longer able to join the wait list. It is that 5 minutes thing. Okay, hold on. Completely. Oh god. One second here. System. Yep. Turn down some revealed. Until prioritize. Releasing public roadmap. I don't think that matters. Oh my god. Freaking oh, I'm not even going to say it. Agreed. Big clown. Sorry. All right, moving on here. OmiToken.de says it'll come down to scarcity, not rarity. Fair point. OmiToken.de says popularity will determine scarcity. So OG common covers long term could outperform secret rares. Yeah, no, in history. That's me. So historically, what you have is people go and the common outperforms its secret rare counterpart. That's happened with collectibles. That's happened with comics. It does. And what I mean by that is not saying like the common's gonna be worth more, but if a common's $100 and a secret rare is $1,000, okay, well the common will go to $1,000. It'll 10x, and the secret rare will like 5x. So you're getting a lot of big bang for your buck on that type of deal. Yeah. Commons usually outperform secret rare mostly. OmiToken.eat says, on the other hand, a common animated Luke Skywalker could do better than the rarest version, which is not animated. Yeah, again, the only difference between the Luke Ultra Rare and the Luke Secret Rare, it's just that. But yeah, the Luke, I really hate that I have to sell my Luke Common, but it's for the greater good. Now, I'm keeping the number 43. That number 43 is staying with me unless I get a big offer. But the number 47, I can get it for, well, I have the cheapest one on there. Cheapest sub 50. So Spider-Man first appearance is the opposite. Common most popular pose, but secret rare is animated. Yeah, interesting. Bill Gardner says, next we gotta get a Jack Black Bowser. Oh, peaches. General 69 says West because no one is buying them, so they're delisting after 30 days. That's fair. I mean, people have been buying, but 13K is a lot of money, so you get a lot of you can't really get a lot of sales that way. OmiToken.de says people see Vivi like a project, but it's not a project, it's a company, and folks need to realize they're just a customer. Yeah. Yeah, how do you call Vivi a project? Okay, it's a multi-billion-dollar project if you want to call it a project. A. Smith says, I made my biggest purchase on Vivi yesterday. Secret Rare, Incredible Hulk number 1, mint number 194, lowest public secret rare mint. That's a really rare mint in general, or a really low mint in general. Thank you to the seller for a great price. Wow, it's awesome. What says, nah, there have been multiple sales. It's all on the blockchain. Oh, if I think for sell wall, then yes, probably. Yes. Agreed. Meow. Why do I always feel this? Oh, we got new. Oh, we got new stuff. Oh, there's me. Don't remember. Oh, there's me and my boy Jeremiah, and some dude I met that day. It's a cool dude. What other pics we got? Me and this other dude. I'm gonna try to get him on the podcast too. He's a really cool cat. Jive turkey. We had some fun in New York City not too long ago. Okay. I love these. Great photos. Okay. Oh god. Great photos. Yeah. Cole says 4% bots are at the whole comic drop seems very low when looking at market listings. Where do you find this stat? Are you sure it's correct? Face scan at drops would be great. Ain't no one gonna want to do face scans at drops. This is from Vivi feed, saying 4.1% of the Incredible Hulk one drop supply on Vivi was minted by accounts suspected to be bots. This is, so as far as I know, it's accurate. If you want to go on the blockchain and you want to check, you by all means can. Okay. Oh shoot. Okay. All right. We got 1 minute here. We got count on 1 minute. We got to get off the Todd. Go to this drop. Gotta get this bread. Oh lordy, it's loading on me. It's not letting me go to the drop. No, Terry, reverse, reverse. What are you doing, Terry? Oh, no. Sorry, I love that video. It's great. Okay, there we go. Kung Fu Panda. Why is it not? this better. I want. It'd be weird if I don't get it. If you want to be on the wait list, you should have definitely been accepted to the wait list because I don't think there are that many people that are going to go for this drop. I don't. I mean, it'll do well, but why is it not? All right, we're going to exit out of the Vivi app. Exit out of everything. I accidentally exited out of a message I wanted to get back to. I will never be able to find that message again. All right, anyway, going back into the app. Thank you for having me. Yep. Claimed, believe. Yep. Okay, copy. What we got here? OMI token says no profile pic doesn't mean bot. Close app, reopen. Yep. Opening. Look at that OG Vivi logo right there. OG. Mm-hmm. Upgrading you to a faster experience. Let me go. Yeah. Market is the eBay for digital collectibles. Buy and sell with fellow collectors in secondary. Okay. The Kung Fu Panda. I have been selected. Only 200 have been, not even. I think like 100 have been bought. Processing relay payment. If I get a low mint, I'll totally, I did not get a low mint. I got 2410. Uncommon has been assigned to you. Thank you. Like I said, I'll expect several hundred to sell, but I wouldn't expect a bunch of them. Let's see if any are on. Well, it's at $39.99. So I'm going to try for a 3-digit. There are no 2 digits currently. I'll keep an eye on that. Yo, Bill Gar got 1235 uncommon. Get it. Comment down below if you're getting it, if you're not getting it. Oh God, my whole, it burns. That was airdrop or claims. Okay. I have to get back to a bunch of these messages. I have to get back to, yeah. All right. Underbounce. Everyone please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments is good for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for being here. Atomic got one. Meh. I'm saying bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Bye. Now, Randy.